Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. We're just on Jesse on Fire here, who is on Harsh Reality. So we're three channels deep again. Here we are. So we're talking about Charlie Kirk, assassination, and there's a lot of dodginess. I've said right from very early on, to be honest, there's been some dodginess coming out with all of this. The first thing for me is the bullet wound in the neck. Like the bullet wound in the neck. I don't know firearms, but I know enough to know the a sniper rifle at 200 yards would do some damage, yeah, and that looks more like he's been shot with, oh, I don't know, like a pistol from like close range more than anything. It's like again, there's and no exit wound, absolutely no exit wound from a sniper rifle of high power velocity. Doesn't make any sense. Literally doesn't make any sense. So that was the first thing. Um, and then it's went on from there really. Like we've got Harsh Reality here, and he mentions this guy. Hold on, swirl it loads that Jesse's mentioning that has a connection to. Again, we've spoke about Romanian Angels, a charity it was called that Eddie Kirk had a hand in. That was kicked out of Romania because children were going missing, and there was apparently she was getting children for the people within the army who she's got a big relationship with. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background here. This guy, oh, hold on a minute. So this guy here, his reaction in the aftermath of the death was a bit weird. So it's just mounting up, honestly. Like the amount of stuff mounting up here for how dodgy this looks is it's what's going on. I literally didn't press anything. It's gonna give us an advert for no reason. Fuck you, YouTube, all of that. Um. So yeah, we've got this guy. Oh, it's freaking. Stop loading. That's because I got the PlayStation waiting on. I'm watching Black Belt Barrister. He's talking about digital ID. As we know, the gremlins in the machine. There's not enough bandwidth. Whatever. So back to this. Yeah, this guy's acting weirdly in the aftermath of Charlie's death. I've seen this in the last couple of days, and he is acting a bit weird. Apparently, he's got a connection to Erica Kirk and the Romanian Angels, which I think um, Harsh Reality exposes, and Jesse on Fire has watched Harsh Reality. So there's a few things. So we've got the bullet wound doesn't really match. We've got no exit wound to the bullet. There is a bit of footage as well of I've been trying to find it for a few days, but I seen it very early on, and I've seen it again recently, but I can't remember where I seen it. And it's like one of Charlie's team in the background, and as soon as Charlie's shot, he runs round the back of the school, and he's standing up on a wall, filming everybody running for cover and running scared. He literally runs round the corner, gets on a wall, and starts filming everybody running scared, which is absolutely suspicious as fuck, to be honest. There's another one. So we've got that. We've got the bullet wound doesn't really match. We've got no exit wound. We've got all the weirdness with this Tyler Robinson and this guy here. We've got Romanian Angels, crack as well. So it's an absolute shit show, to be honest. It's an absolute shit show of fucking information, to be honest. Information coming out that's never really going anywhere other than on the internet. That's another thing. So is it credible? Is it credible? But the problem you got is we're only viewing things with our own eyes here, and again, this everything I've mentioned there. So we've got the bullet wound doesn't match. That's nothing to do with us. We're just witnessing what's happened here. There's no exit wound. Again, that's nothing to do with us. That's some bullshit story that the FBI cooked up. That this man's a man of steel and his shoulder bones made of literal steel. That's not our fault. We're just reacting to what we've been told, but it sounds like bullshit. There is footage of the man I mentioned running around the back of the school and then recording people running scared. That footage exists. I've seen it twice now. We've got this man acting very strangely in the background and laughing as Charlie Kirk has just been shot. Also a connection to the Romanian Angels with Erica Kirk. So there's red flags everywhere here, like absolute red flags. And then there's all the Tyler Robinson stuff. Like we've never seen this guy. Has he admitted it? Hasn't he admitted it? Where's his transgender boyfriend? Apparently we've seen a picture of him, but that's it. Never heard of him or seen anything of him. Apparently he's gone missing now. So it's an absolute shit show, to be honest. And it's an absolute shit show of like just information that doesn't fit the narrative, that's not going anywhere as usual, because it appears the powers that be are completely in on what's happening here, which is very scary as well. At the same time, I think that's the other side of this. It's scary in many ways that this could be like a state-sponsored assassination. It seems to go quite high up, and the authorities don't seem to be doing a lot about it, because it looks like they're kind of in on it as well, or it's all some big psyop, or Charlie Kirk isn't dead. I don't know. I do not know what the real crack is here, but all I know is whatever we're being told, that isn't what the crack is here, right? That isn't. I mean, you've got Jesse on Fire, you've got Harsh Reality. I don't know how many YouTubers you've got on this, to be honest, but it's a lot. And I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of Jay Slater all over again. And for me, it's like we're getting told one thing, but it doesn't. I mean, the Jay Slater thing didn't go well though, did it? Because the event he was ruled he fell off a cliff. So yeah, it just reminds me of that in the early days where like the narrative and the information, but all this information's on the internet. But again, we're only reacting to what we're seeing and what we're hearing here. So I mean, even throw all the Romanian Angels shit out and all that stuff, which could be false for all I know. I haven't double checked any of that, just what I've heard on the internet. Throw all that out, and the bullet wound, the exit wound, this guy here, the lad who are running around and recording in the aftermath of Charlie being shot. Oh, that's just suspicious enough, to be honest. Never mind all the Romanian Angel shit and that. So yeah, it's a fucking shit show, to be honest. I'm trying to find. Apparently, this guy is the. So there's something going on with this guy as well. Hold on a minute. This guy. Well, we're getting an advert now. We could only last so long here. Could only last so long. Fuck off, advert. Right, so there's something going on with this guy as well, and he cheered as soon as it happened, and he kind of looked up as if he's looking at where the shooter would be shooting from. So that happened as well in the background. Then you've got Lado coming out who said he was him, the old guy, and honest to God, it's an absolute shit show, to be honest. There's definitely something going on because of how much is fucking going on. So let's have a little bit of Jesse anyhow.
Caught something in his. I found a video of him, and I'm still looking for another one, but we're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to come right back to that. And I'm going to ask you guys, if one of you guys can find this for me, that would be incredibly helpful. Okay. But first, I wanted to show you guys this. Okay. So this is the dude who went to school with Charlie Kirk, and I thought this is really interesting, and I'm actually going to show you. Actually, you know what, dude? This goes so perfect with this other story that I want to tell. I'm going to do this guy last, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because there's a story that just came out about a Telegram group among the young Republicans. They're like this young, I don't know, like young GOP group that, I don't know, whatever. They had a Telegram group message get leaked, and it's like it's full of all this racist stuff, and they're talking about how they love Hitler, and they're talking about how the gas chambers and whatever. And at first glance, I was like, oh man, this looks bad. Looks real bad. And we're going to look at that in a second, though, because when it actually goes along very, very closely with what this guy says about Tyler Robinson. So we're actually going to do him afterwards, and then we're going to look at that story. All right. So let's actually start. Oh
yeah. Let's hear what he's got to say about this guy. Well, fuck me. I mean, we're definitely being lied to. I mean, it's John F. Kennedy all over again. It's a modern day John F. Kennedy. I wasn't alive when John F. Kennedy happened. But if I was, I would imagine I'd be one of these people, as I am now, saying, hold on a minute here, this all looks like fucking bollocks to me. Back into the left, you know what I mean? Back into the left, this is the Bill Hicks back into the left. Back into the left. How many times you need to see it? You know what I mean? Kennedy was clearly shot from the front, not from the back. So that blows that whole fucking narrative out the water. So yeah, let's have a listen to this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you this first, actually, before we get into the other guy. Okay.
Fucking hell, Jesse. Can we deal with one issue here? Just can we deal with an issue? Let's right. We're going with the t-shirt.
So these items are still up on Roblox. Okay. Roblox, who is targeting children, by the way, these are still up. Okay. Make fun of Charlie. Look at this, dude. Charlie Kirk, you know, when he's been being killed, and if they're pretending like he's playing the drums, or this one, Charlie, and then
yeah, I mean, whatever. Just don't buy them. You've solved that one, right? What's going on with this guy?
They repaid me by sending me this legal cease and desist letter.
Fuck him. We want to know about this video's right. We want to know about this guy here. This guy and the roommate of Tyler Robinson.
Okay. So everybody remembers this guy. I have a really quick clip that I want to show you from this guy. And then we're going to get into Charlie's, the kid from Charlie's high school, and then the subsequent story behind that. Okay. Now, this was the original statement that this guy put out when he got exposed, you know, for cheering. And I need the second statement. Okay. So he put out this one that's in this video.
Yeah, he come out with some bullshit. It was a load of bullshit. I mean, everybody knew it was bullshit when he said it, and then he come out with more bullshit. I can't remember exactly what was said, but it was all bullshit. He clearly jumps up when he's shot. He's looking in the direction of where the guy on the roof probably was. And there was the old guy in the audience as well. All the security team as well of that's another thing I haven't mentioned. But all the security team of Charlie Kirk are acting real fucking weirdly as well. Nobody's putting their hand over the wound. They're all passing each other things in the background, taking cameras down, taking the SD cards out of the cameras, which we've never seen. So just absolute dodginess from start to finish, to be honest. Honestly, it's like they've fucked this right up, to be honest, because every man and his dog thinks this is dodgy as shit.
And then afterwards, after people ripped him online for this one because it's so stupid and obvious, then he put out a second video where he was talking about his soldiers dying. And
yeah, well, he only done that though because his first video was a load of bullshit and everybody knew it. He was literally getting threats because a man's just been murdered and this guy's taking the piss and obviously lying. So he started getting threats, really. That was why he shit his pants and come out and made the second video, which was bollocks as well. And then he basically said he was running off and hiding somewhere because he was getting death threats, was the crack. So I'm not surprised because you're like, again, the Charlie Kirk's literally hit the floor here, hasn't hit the floor. And this guy's got his arms in the air, cheering. So it's very suspicious.
Charlie was one of his soldiers. It's completely unhinged and crazy where he really tipped his hand of what he's really like. I can't find it anywhere. He took it down and I can't find it. If anybody can find that video and send it to me, that would be amazing. Email it to me, realjesseonfire@gmail.com. Okay, so watch this though, because the entire reason we're looking at him is because he was chanting USA, USA, just like after the Trump assassination. In my opinion, this is left-wingers that are like, or left-wing radicals, and they're mocking because they got their guy this time. And so there's like, now this time they're all USA, USA, right? And this is his public statement, and he is pretending that he is a Charlie Kirk fan, and so is one of his friends. But listen to the beginning of his statement, okay?
He is finally breaking his silence, explaining what happened and why he did what he did. This doesn't happen.
He's not finally breaking anything. He put this out maybe 2-3 days after the Charlie Kirk assassination, but it did get lost in the shuffle. People haven't talked about it in a very long time, and it needs to get discussed.
The event opened with music, people throwing hats, and loud exchanges from different parts of the crowd. Some shouted offensive remarks directed at the LGBT community, while others made disparaging comments about the Prophet of Islam. There were also cheers, boos, and offensive hand gestures, mockery. The atmosphere carried an energy of confrontation more than dialogue.
Okay, so this is obviously him reading a script, right? Crystal clear, he's reading a script, right? That was written for him, not even trying to hide it. And in his storytelling, what is the very first thing that he said? Literally the very first thing that he says.
There are also cheers, boos, and offensive hand The event opened with music, people throwing hats, and loud exchanges from different parts of the crowd. Some shouted offensive remarks directed at the LGBT community while...
Okay. Hey, right out of the gate, we're setting the stage. Like, there was music playing, people were throwing hats. Also, people were yelling obscenities about the LGBTQ community. You're all... That's the thing. Like, because again, you're telling a story. Like, that's what stuck out to you. This guy's a Charlie Kirk guy. This is a person who's a fan of Charlie Kirk, or he's there with someone who's a big fan of Charlie Kirk. Later on, he called Charlie Kirk one of his soldiers. Okay. Now, I might not know much, but I absolutely crystal clear understand the ideology, okay, of the people who are involved in the culture war. Okay. There are no fans of Charlie Kirk that are going to comment at the beginning of what their statement is about offensive.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was full of shit, to be honest. I absolutely thought he was full of shit from the word go, and he was involved in some way. You had the other guy in the crowd as well. All the security looking dodgy as fuck. Yeah, hold on, I'm trying to find here. I made this video just to listen to this guy, but Jesse's fucked around here for quite a while. Not this guy either, the next one.
But nonetheless, listen, I'm here to entertain. Now let's move over to the actual headline story. Let's listen to this dude talk about Tyler Robinson, and then we're going to move over to the associated story. Very important. All right, so check this out.
I went to school with this Tyler Robinson kid. I'll show y'all. That's him right there. Tyler Robinson. I'm not trying to like clout chase, make this shit about me, but I'm not going to say I knew this kid really well. I didn't know him very well at all, but I definitely saw him for like 3 straight years in high school. And the best way I could describe him is just like a Reddit kid. I don't know. I feel like if you were in high school around that same time, and even probably now, like 2018, and then like, you know, those kinds of kids. But that's exactly what he was.
I don't really know what that means, because, I mean, I know what Reddit is, but it wasn't around when I was a kid. So we never had Reddit kids, so I'm not a big knower of what that means, to be honest.
All I'm going to say is this is the kind of shit that happens when you spend way too much time online, and all of a sudden your beliefs are all the way this way or all the way this way, and you do some dramatic shit to please these people that are not your friends. This internet shit is seriously no joke.
Listen to
Yeah, I mean, it's all the other stuff, like the security, the cameras, Lado running around, the shot, the bullet, it's all the stuff that's fucking been done by the official narrative, or the people in the background who are supposed to be on Charlie Kirk's team, that's made me the most suspicious, to be honest. That's the beauty of this. That it's literally the bullet wound, the no exit wound, the bullshit about being Superman and having a collarbone of steel, Lado running around the back and filming, the security team in the aftermath not plugging the wound, taking all the cameras down and the SD cards. That's suspicious enough for me. Never mind fucking... So, basically, he said fuck all. He just said Lado's a fucking Reddit kid, and that's what happens if you go on the internet. Which, fair dues, if it's a possibility, but all the other stuff that I've just mentioned there about all the other stuff, it makes it look like it's a far, far deeper conspiracy here, you know what I mean? And then you've got all the Erica Kirk stuff and the Romanian Angels and all this bullshit in the background as well. And, yeah, it's like the whole Tyler Robinson thing's a load of bollocks, to be honest, is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, that's bollocks. Like, this kid didn't shoot him. There's a far bigger conspiracy going on here, to be honest. Is where my mind's at, anyway. So, that was it. That's all he said. I made the whole video, a 20 fucking minute video, to listen to him talk for 54 seconds. And basically tell us fuck all. So that was a complete waste of time, to be honest. So, fuck you, Jesse. That's, well, there you, fuck you, Jesse on fire. I mean, I had to, why didn't you put that at the start of the video? You know, and it was nothing. There was nothing there. So, I kind of don't believe it was the Tyler Robinson anyhow, with all this other shit that we're witnessing, as I've mentioned multiple times. So, yeah, but the fuck knows. Like, it's another John F. Kennedy for me, this. John F. Kennedy of modern day. I'll leave it there. That was the fucking... He went to school with Tyler Robinson, but again, is this Tyler Robinson even the shooter? And the evidence would suggest not, to be honest. I'll leave it there. Peace.